So, here it is.
The finale of Phase 2.
It all comes down to this.
Age of Ultron.
That is correct. Yep.
There it is.
Right out of the gates, I hated that they went with Ultron.
Yeah.
Even when they announced Age of Ultron, I was like, it's a cool title. But Ultron's one of those bad guys that they didn't have to go to right away.
No, he's a big one.
I think it's only up until the actual Age of Ultron where, as of right now, he's no longer in existence.
Yeah.
They've written him out of existence. If I remember correctly, he's completely done.
I believe so.
Because Ultron was always, you could never really destroy him. His AI would always find a way to get into bigger, badder.
Yeah, exactly. It just hops
constantly
around.
Upgrading.
Yeah.
And like, he's the kind of villain where, I guess, and right away I'm going to just say, they kill him off at the end of the movie. I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm like, yeah, but they didn't have to kill him off. You could have left it where he's out there somewhere. You know what I mean?
You could have. Well, I mean, we're going to talk about the movie, but, like...
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck that they killed him off because I hated the way he was played in that movie.
Oh yeah. At the beginning, when it was just James Spader being like James Spader,
creepy, like doing the fucking Pinocchio rhyming and shit.
Yeah,
no
strings on me.
I was like, ooh,
and the looks on their faces were like, holy shit! And he's just like mangled up suit.
Yeah,
you know, like he's that robot suit. So that was one of the things that I've kept saying this is that, like, in the comic books, anytime Ultron shows up, it's holy fuck.
Yeah.
All hands on deck. Ultron is fucking things up. Everybody, reserve Avengers. Get those new trainees out there. Everyone, and nobody's joking around. Mm-hmm. They're serious. We might die. We probably will die. We have to stop them.
Right.
So you get that right at the beginning, and then you don't get that for the rest of the movie.
No, but I mean, like, in the comic books, he's created by Hank Pym, who's a totally different character from Tony Stark.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I'm fine with the creation of Ultron. Yeah. Okay. And we'll do this really quick. I'm gonna start off just because the beginning sequence is awesome, except for when Tony Stark says shit, and Cap goes language.
Oh, yeah.
That always bugs me. It bugs me so badly because in the Cap movies, you know, he's calling them bastards and so. Even in Avengers, he says "light the bastards up." Like, that's a swear. Yeah. You know, but then they say shit, and he's like language. And
I thought I liked it at first because I was like, "That's a good joke."
It was funny at first, but later on, it was just like, oh.
But then it goes on the whole movie.
Yeah, it's like, okay, guys, like, come on now. Yeah. Like, the intro was amazing.
The intro was so good.
And one of my favorite parts about the whole intro was because they kept jumping in and around, everybody getting in their action beats, and then all of a sudden it's just like, sun's getting low, big guy, you know? Mm-hmm. And she's doing that, like, she starts to corral Hulk in, and I was just like, I loved that. I thought that was an awesome way to later seed the potential relationship in the movie. I thought that was great, and I know a lot of people are like, I didn't see it, I didn't like it. I thought it was great. But
I fucking hate that. It is so forced. She doesn't mention Bruce Banner once in Winter Soldier, and all of a sudden now they're potential lovers.
My argument with that would be, but after Winter Soldier, they go crazy smashing Hydra. Yeah. Like, it's like they make Avengers, the beginning of Avengers, feel Age of Ultron, feel like it was Winter Soldier. And then Cap went, okay, guys, we gotta fuck these guys up. We gotta destroy every inch of Hydra, okay? Wolfgang Strucker, worst villain. Mm-hmm. He's the worst villain. Because he creates the specials and that's it.
Can we talk about for a second here how Winter Soldier ends with fucking Washington going to hell? Dark World is London getting destroyed, you know?
With that monster still running around.
Right. And the other Avengers are not in those movies.
Nope.
Yet they assemble themselves to go after Strucker at the beginning of this one.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get, because Iron Man could have flown in here himself and blew shit up.
Yeah, and we talked about this before. There's plenty of times where you're just like, well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I mean...
Like, and those were, like, once the phases get big enough with enough movies where I can't help but go, well, wait a minute, because even in the comic books, when Spider-Man's world gets too big, other guys show up and they're like, hey man, do you need a hand?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Cap will show up or Daredevil will show up. You know, even Punisher will stop by and be like, hey, I could totally kill these guys for you. And it's like, no, I got this. Like, even just something like that, and then you can go, okay, all right. But
I would like to see more of that in Phase 4.
Yeah.
Going forward, just like little cameo appearances.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a tag team movie. Just something, even if it's like a fucking phone call. Hey, in the area, do you need a hand? No, I got this. Are you sure? Yeah. I'm here if you need me.
Exactly. At this rate, we have dozens upon dozens of heroes in this Marvel universe. They would crisscross at times.
They don't need to trip over themselves, but at the same time, make it a little bit more believable. But,
exactly.
The Wolfgang thing, I felt like they could have done more with him.
Yeah.
But
it was just there to introduce Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
That's right.
That's the only reason that was
yeah, no, I get it. I did like how, you start to see the other side of the world kind of going like, yeah, we don't like the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, I mean, if you think about it, Avengers does represent sort of that American style of like, we'll save the world, we don't care how you choose to live your lives. If we think you're doing it wrong, we're going to step in and just fix it, right?
Yeah.
And I liked that they were subtly going that route by saying like, yeah, not everyone's a fan of you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned like in the previously, like leading up to Civil War, the character arc with Cap, everything that happens to him and where he ends up all makes sense. And this is where you start to see all the stuff that's happened to Tony.
Yeah. And
now you start to see like when he goes, I want to make a suit of armor for the world, you go, okay, all right. So naturally he would say, hey, Banner, what about what was the original, was it the Ultron Protocol? Was it called that?
Yeah, I think it was Protocol.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Initiative?
I
think Protocol.
I want to say Protocol.
I think it was Protocol.
But anyway, regardless, the whole point of Ultron was to be the suit around the world.
Yeah.
To protect the world so that they didn't have to, because he didn't want anyone else to die because, he couldn't save them or whatever. So now everyone's saved, right? So, and it makes sense. And I liked that they used the Infinity Stone to grant him life.
Yep.
Which was great.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. And it ties it in. And that's pretty much it about what I like about the Ultron stuff. Visually, he looked amazing.
Visually, he's awesome.
Except that his mouth moved like a person's mouth.
That was weird.
Yeah. He didn't need to have lips.
That was the later version, right?
The later version, yeah.
I loved right after the twisted one.
Yeah.
That version right after, that looked most comic accurate.
That's right. I liked that, like even when he had the red cloak on him, and it was a nod to his first appearance, as he was the Crimson something or other.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of a neat little nod. Not that I knew that at the time. I just thought it looked cool. I found it afterwards. He was the Crimson something or other. That was his superhero name. But visually he looks cool, and there's something creepy about a badass robot that's speaking to you like a human, and his mouth doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
That would fuck anybody up.
Yeah.
But then to see it have lips, it was kind of like, it was just like the Ninja Turtles with lips, where you're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Thanks, Michael Bay.
But for me, it was less creepy and more like, it just kind of looked stupid.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But there were flashes of really cool stuff with him. But when he would do stuff like, what's that thing that's called? Oh, yeah, a baby. When it became James Spader doing Tony Stark, or doing Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, then it was me going, he should have been more of a straight, like, robot
Just
villain.
horrifying.
Just a robot villain where, like, when he sits there and goes like, yeah, well, I realized that the only way to protect the Earth is to kill everyone on it.
Yeah.
Now I can protect the Earth. Like, it's a misunderstanding of the protocol, Like, it took the programming to the most literal degree. We're gonna save the world.
Yeah.
To do so, we gotta get rid of the humans. Check. That's it. Okay. But then the whole giant meteor thing was a really dumb plan.
Yep.
Like, it just made no sense that was what he was going to do to destroy the Earth.
And what are we going to do it with? Some crappy city over in fuck
Yeah,
nowhere.
like we're
why
gonna...
wouldn't you do, like, Manhattan?
We're going to do a Whedon thing where just this... Where, like, but fuck it, San. If you want to say something.
But fucking...
You want to be really prickish about it?
Sokovia.
Yeah, Sokovia.
Sokovia,
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
yeah.
That was, like...
I'm so disappointed in the Age of Ultron, man.
Especially because, remember too, because there was all that talk about, because this is after Man of Steel, right?
Yeah.
So Man of Steel, like, billions of people were dead, and fuck Superman, and all this stuff, and the DC movies are horrible because they kill all these people. They don't talk about how many people die in Avengers, and we touched upon this in Phase 1. A lot of people die in Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna say their death toll's about the same.
Right.
Okay? Yeah, you see a lot of them being helped by the Avengers, but there's no evacuations.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, I said this in the last one. Aliens show up in Thunder Bay, I'm out. I'm not waiting to find out if they're cool or not.
I'm going to Nipigon.
It's literally just like in the middle of the forest, just waiting until either they come and find me, or someone goes, Chris, they're cool. Okay, then I'm back.
Cool
but anyway,
aliens.
so visually, at one point, visually, he looked awesome. And right at the beginning, he sounded awesome. And then after that, I didn't like it at all.
No.
It was no longer menacing. He was too busy. Like, even at one point, he's just like, I guess we're going to have to fight. You know? And you're like...
Yeah, it's that Whedon-esque... And, okay, I love Joss Whedon, just so we know. I mean, got Buffy and Angel up there on my shelf.
Yeah, probably no less.
Fucking love those shows. And Avengers 1 is awesome, minus the TV show at the beginning of it.
Yeah, the TV setup.
But he went too Whedon-esque in this movie. Like, I get the same feeling watching this movie that I do from Ragnarok. Like, quarter to halfway through, I'm just like, okay, the jokes are too much now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even laughing.
Well, to be fair, with Ragnarok, anytime it was Kirk, or...
Kirk.
He cracked me up all the way through.
Kirk was hilarious.
Like, he could have been in the beginning, all the way through. He could have been in every fucking scene.
Yeah.
And I would not have been like, okay.
But we didn't have 4 movies of Kirk prior where he was a serious fucking guy.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, hey,
yeah.
all of a sudden,
we didn't have just like, you can't take my hair. Ah!
Yeah.
Like screaming like a girl.
Yeah.
Like a girl, not like a feminine man. You know? Like
oh man. Oh fuck.
That's the first big thing that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Because it starts off really good, and I was already hesitant to begin with, because like I said, right at the beginning of this sequence, I was like, he was one where I'm like, you could have saved him. You could have saved him for after Thanos, you know? You could have done him here, and then brought him back later on after Thanos. Doesn't have to be the next movie afterwards, but now you can get him into, like, bigger, badder, scarier.
Yeah, I would have saved Ultron. They were gonna... The movie after this one introduces Hank Pym. For God's sakes. I mean, they could have saved Ultron.
They could have.
They could have fought Kang in this.
They could have.
Kang could have been
but
the villain.
I think Kang is going to be in the Avengers 4.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling
somehow
too.
Because, well, I don't want to speculate too much, but...
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
That's right. But, so that's the first thing that I didn't like, and I wanted to. I really wanted to.
Yeah, especially after the first trailer. Like, I wasn't like, Ultron, and then they did that first trailer.
The No Strings on Me trailer.
The No Strings, and it was so eerie and creepy. Oh. I was just like, I got goosebumps, man. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is creepy.
And even when I watch the movie again, that scene still gets me. Like,
yeah.
And it's great, because they're at this party, like, they smashed Hydra. They're all having fun.
Playing with the hammer.
You get that first hint of Black Widow having a thing for Bruce Banner. And even then, the only thing that I thought was really weird was, like, when Kat goes, like, oh, you should. She's a good girl. You know? For some reason, Bruce, like, Whedon had Bruce kind of think, like, did something happen between you two?
Yeah.
Like, why would you say that type of thing? And I remember right away going like, "That, what do you need that for?"
Yeah.
You know, especially because we just talked about how in Winter Soldier, I just got like she just wanted him to like her and to respect her, right? Because even at the end of the movie when she says, "Okay, you know what, fine, like I'm gonna out myself," right?
Yep.
And you know, and he's just like, that's my partner type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the party scene was like, it was weird because I never thought that they would have like a party to celebrate smashing Hydra, but it was kind of cool because you'd never seen anything like that sort of thing.
Yeah, because at this rate, they're friends.
Yeah, they're
You know,
friends, and as far as they're
they
concerned,
shawarma
they've
together.
saved
They're
the
buddies.
world. That's right. You know, but the hammer scene was awesome.
The hammer scene was so great, and the fact that they teased Cap,
That's right.
and that I'll never see that come to fruition now.
Yeah, exactly.
Again.
Fruition. You mean.
That one. I know, I realized that after it.
Fruitation.
Fruitation.
You know, frutation's a word.
It is a word, but not the one I was going for. We'll never see Cap fucking in a garden, man. Oh,
no, we
sure.
won't. We won't see Cap with the hammer because because my gut tells me that what Thor's gonna have now is the ultimate hammer.
Yeah, he's gonna have the ultimate hammer,
but
that just
axe or whatever.
doesn't have the same. I envisioned this in my mind that Thanos takes down Thor and Cap picks up that
Picks
hammer,
it up,
grabs the
everyone
hammer,
just
and
shits
it's
their pants.
Cap and Thanos.
He's worthy.
Yeah,
you know, and especially because like in the comic books, he's picked it up a couple times. It's
Yeah.
not a one-shot deal. He's picked it up, and they have like lines where they say the gods measure courage based on Captain America.
Yeah,
that's how revered this human is in the Marvel universe. That gods, you know, Asgardians are literally like, well, are you Captain America? Are you courageous like him? You're not. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, but the little shake, and it didn't have to be anything crazy, just that little shake.
That little shake, just see
and
Thor's
the look
face.
on Thor's face where he's just like, what? What just happened here?
Yeah.
You know? That was a really good scene, and then like it immediately led into that No Strings on Me scene, which is great, and it was just that awesome juxtaposition where you went from like, woo, yeah, we did it, guys, to, oh shit, there's something else, and then immediately it's just like everyone's just like, what did you do, Tony? Like, everyone's mad at him. Yeah. And he's just like, yeah, but this is what I wanted to do. And it's like, you're fucking playing God. Like, Thor's got him by the throat, and Captain America's pissed. Yeah. You know, and even Banner's kind of like, you kind of made me do it. You know, and it's like, they all just kind of turn against him, but you see why he did it. You know, you get it. You know,
you get
it's
it.
Just like,
you see both sides of the story.
It just didn't work out the way you wanted it to. I mean, everyone, you know what, I gotta touch upon the farm scene, just because the farm scene gets a lot of heat. I loved the farm scene.
I enjoy the farm scene.
I loved the farm scene. The only thing that I didn't like about the farm scene really was you kind of had that weird sort of one-upmanship where they're, like, Tony's chopping wood for no reason. And then he and Cap are kind of like, well, you know, what you did was wrong, and Iron Man's like, I didn't really see it like that, and then they get a little heated, and Cap, like, rips it apart, and you're like, that's cool, but then that's it. It's just like, well, I guess we better go fight Ultron. Yeah. So, you know, and they made it sound like this movie was going to tease into Civil War. Not that they were calling it Civil War, you know what I mean? Yeah. But they were hinting that something like that was coming. You knew something was coming between the two. Because originally, Cap 3 was, they were talking about something else entirely. Mm-hmm. They were saying they were hinting at like a backup Captain America. So when Captain America was on ice, one of the other like stand-ins, and that was going to be Captain America versus his Dark Mirror type of thing. Right. You know, but even just having the signs of a split teased, I thought was kind of cool, but it just seemed weird that it was like, oh, I don't know if we can do this anymore. And it's like, let's fight Ultron. And then it's high fives all over. And everyone's fine. And nobody ever says anything like, hey, Tony, what about your arc reactor? What about you quitting being Iron Man? Like, they don't even reference it. Like, they don't say, well, I'm back because of Hydra. You know? So, again, Iron Man 3, no stakes, no nothing. It just happened. Yep. This movie, no stakes at all. There's no stakes, no lasting ramifications at all.
Well, the Sokovia thing kind of leads into Civil War.
That's right. That's right.
So we have that.
That is the one thing that leads into it.
Yeah.
That's it. This whole big, huge...
That is it, yeah.
Should have been a game-changing movie.
And, well, I guess, it sends Hulk off into space, which leads into Ragnarok.
Well, at the time...
But that's not a stake, right?
We didn't really know that.
We didn't know that.
Until they finally just went, oh, no, yeah, he's in space.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of do Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
With Thor.
Why not?
But like Cap's story arc, I thought was really good in it. Like I said, like Thor was really good in it. Like everyone's really good in the movies because now at this point they're like comfortable enough in their roles that they can do whatever. But getting back to the camp or the farm scene.
Yep.
I liked that it was just right in the middle, and it was just sort of a breather because they all just got their asses handed to them. Hulk went on that rampage, and even though I kind of rolled my eyes at, okay, we have another hero versus hero battle, it was still awesome.
Well, they had to have that hero versus hero battle to introduce Hulkbuster. I mean, that was the only...
Yeah, but...
And Hulkbuster is going to be used, obviously, in...
But, I mean, I know they want to sell toys. I know they want to sell toys.
And a lot of toys were sold with that movie.
You know, and I get that, but it's like I don't know. I liked that they fleshed out Hawkeye. Like even just they had the phone calls, and he's like, "Who's he talking to?" And he's like, "No, nobody wrong."
Because up to that point, I was wondering where Hawkeye was during all of Phase 2. Like, why wouldn't he be part of Winter Soldier as well?
All aside from the deleted scene,
right? But I was kind of thinking, like, you know.
Right.
You think he would have been around during these kind of events.
And
oh, he has a family. Okay.
You know, plus, like, I like her. She's a good actress.
Yes.
And they had a really good chemistry, and it just kind of... Like, you got the sense that he was like a police officer, you know? And she got that. She's like, you know, like, I get it. You're going to have to go and do this, even though I don't want you to. Mm-hmm. But, you know, and it's cute to see that he was a family man.
Yeah.
You know, it was a different side of the Hawkeye character that you almost never see.
Yeah.
You know? Ultimate, he was a family man, but they all ended up getting killed, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
But then again,
it's been a while, yeah.
But Ultimate Hawkeye was killing people with his nails, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, he was Bullseye.
He was Bullseye.
He was Bullseye, that's right. I remember when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but that's Bullseye, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I liked that. I didn't like the weirdo images that Scarlet Witch was giving them, like their preferred reality.
Oh, yeah, on the
I thought that was
scene.
kind of cool. That was kind of cool, and it was a great way to sort of lead into Hulk rampaging, right? But the whole pool scene where Thor goes in and he starts to see like even Hemdale is like, yeah, you know, everything's all fucked up here and whatnot. It's coming. That kind of this whole huge foretelling of something bad. I was like, I know the studio fought really hard to get that scene in there, and I was like, but why? Like, it didn't need to be there. It just seemed like another thing for Thor to do just so it didn't look like he was standing around.
Yeah.
You know?
He had nothing to do during that time.
You know? Instead of, like, just kind of sending them off to just, I don't know, see Jane or just something, you know? But whatever. It felt like a lot of these things just sort of happened with no real reason until you get to the point where Ultron's making the human body, or the simulated human body, like the Vision body,
Vision, right?
And that I thought was really cool, you know what I mean? And using that as a way to be more human.
Mm-hmm.
Weird when you really think about it, though. It seemed like it's weird that like that would be his ultimate body that looked more human than anything.
Yeah.
But really cool, and then I liked how, again, they were using the Life Stone for that purpose.
Yep. That
was really cool. And I really liked how eventually Jarvis took over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. And now you got Paul Bettany.
And now you got Paul Bettany, and then that scene with the hammer, where it's just like, you need this, and you're like... At first I was like, it's so stupid that Vision got it before Cap, but then I was like, that still is really awesome, though.
But then I read a really good point the other day on the internet, where they were talking about, earlier in the movie where they're joking about... If your hammer's in an elevator and the hammer goes up, is the elevator worthy?
Yeah.
Right? Well, it's a machine, right? Well, Vision's a machine. He's not...
Right.
Right. So he's not essentially worthy. He's just not human.
That's right.
So...
Because it is a measure of worth, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But still, it looked visually awesome.
Visually,
because it's like one scene, and then it's just like, you need this. And everyone's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? And then the final fight scene...
That chaotic fight scene.
The initial one where they're fighting tons of junior Ultrons.
Where they're all just running in and...
I was like, I've seen that before, and I was disappointed by that. But the last one when they're all kind of fighting him, I thought was really awesome.
Mhm.
Like that circular shot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the like right after when Pietro gets killed.
Which was very shocking.
Didn't see that coming at all.
Did not see that
coming. And it gets a lot of flack, but I thought it worked really well. I thought it was
It worked
cool.
well. It pushes Scarlet Witch forward.
Yeah, and like when she just went
and
nuts.
she is so good as Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen, such a good actress.
Yeah, really good. Like, I mean, again, it's the same thing I've said before. Like, everyone does a really good job. It's just this movie wasn't that good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, our expectations are really high, but we're now far enough removed where now our expectations aren't high. It's just we've watched enough times where we can really go, yeah, all right. So this is why I didn't feel like, whoa.
Yeah.
This was why I felt like, okay, so that happened, but then as we're talking about it, I've said a couple of times, it happened, but nothing really ever happens.
Right.
You had Quicksilver. He's killed.
Yeah.
Okay, and it pushes her character forward. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
You kind of teased dissension between everybody, but by the end of the movie, they're all high-fiving anyway.
Yep.
I will say it was awesome to have Cap and Black Widow training the new recruits, because that last shot was really cool.
Yes.
That was really cool, and I remember just being like, okay, all right, this is nice.
The new Avengers. I like that. Yeah.
And then, because you needed more blood, because later on, once they finally said, okay, so Cap 3 is going to be Civil War, then you're like, okay, we do have enough to kind of do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but to end the phase on a nothing movie.
Yeah.
You know, and even to say, like, the Avengers follow-up is a nothing movie is a weird thing to say.
It's so disappointing.
Like,
I mean,
I should not be saying
the Avengers is an event, you know?
If I'm saying that's a nothing movie, you should be going, whoa, easy, Chris. Or vice versa, I should be like, hey, Jesus, Ken, like, come on now. But we're just kind of like...
It's a nothing movie.
You know?
It was disappointing.
It made Vision, and it led into... But see, the Sokovia stuff, this is all after the fact, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later on that, like, when Batman v Superman was announced, that they went, oh, we got Civil War.
Yeah.
You know? They tied it in perfectly. I'll give them nothing but credit for that. But like I said right early on, it was originally going to be Cap versus, like, a rogue Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I almost want to say they probably would have went the John Walker route, like U.S. Agent, where he was the Cap that killed.
Yep.
You know? But soon as Batman v Superman hit, and they were like, oh, we're doing Civil War. And it's coming out the same year.
Yeah.
It's going to come out
about
a month after.
I was like, whoa, yeah. Robert Downey Jr. signed on. He's in it.
He's in it.
And then it was just like, oh, this guy's in. This guy's in.
It's Avengers.
Oh, and by the way, we got Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What the frick?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You know.
So yeah, overall, that is Phase 2. I really got nothing to add to Age of Ultron. I was just disappointed with it.
Yeah.
I like the new additions, but like you said, there's no real stakes. It is a throwaway movie.
It is so
It's 100%
a throwaway movie.
Number 1 is setting up Thanos. Number 3 is the end with Thanos, and this was just a middle thing to split up the phases.
That's all it was. It was literally just because we said we're going to do Infinity War in movie 3.
Yeah.
So we're just doing this to do this, you know? And I think this is also the first time where I started to kind of go, I don't know about Whedon. I don't know if Whedon should be on these big, huge tentpole movies.
It made me doubt that he should be playing in other guys' sandboxes, because he's amazing with his own characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Firefly, Serenity, you know, Dollhouse. Oh. He does great stuff with his own stuff. Comic books, Astonishing X-Men is one of the best X-Men runs ever.
And that's the main reason why when they said he was on Avengers, we were like,
yes,
boom, like Boner City.
And you know
what?
Which
is crazy.
And he pulled it off with Avengers. Avengers is fucking amazing.
Absolutely did. It started off really hokey, but it ends up like it. Yeah. Once you get past that beginning, and then you start getting into the introductions of the characters,
right?
Then it just takes off, and it's just
as soon as you see them beside each other for the first time.
Yeah.
Like,
or fuck, like at the end of the movie where they're all just right on Loki. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know? But Avengers 2 and
Avengers 2, I feel like they threw an offer at him. They said, we want Ultron. I feel like he really had no say in it, any of it.
yeah, I feel that way too.
And because he had no say in it, his heart wasn't in it.
Yeah, and I can kind of see that too, because like it does really feel like this is a studio movie.
Yeah.
And what for the first time in a while, like I mean, I know like studio movies happened forever, like since the beginning of movies.
Hell yeah.
But nowadays, it's just like all of a sudden it's a committee movie where they're just like, yeah, we need all this stuff, and like comic book fans are going like, we don't really need to we don't need to spaghetti this. We don't need to throw everything at and see what sticks. But I do think that they've learned their lesson after Avengers 2, though. You know, because we start seeing, and you know, we'll get to like the next phase, but like, Guardians 2, you know, didn't feel like a committee movie. Nope. Civil War is a committee movie, but they got the right guys to do it, though.
Right.
It's a committee movie because, like, we just finished saying, like, Batman v Superman was announced, and then it was like, we got Civil War. We got Civil War.
We're doing it too!
The greatest comic book event ever.
Yeah.
The one that made us the most money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to do that in a movie.
Yeah.
And remember how awesome Winter Soldier was? The same guys are doing this one.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get those guys to do Avengers 3. So, you know, we're kind of like, all right, okay. And it feels like as much as we talk, or we've heard about how there's a really tight rein in Marvel, I feel like there's some loosening happening.
There is obviously. I don't know what it is. I think that Kevin, what is his last name?
Feige?
I don't think it's like Feige or something though.
Feige?
Feige.
We're trying to say everything except saying fag. That's the only pronunciation.
They're not saying that.
We're not gonna do, even though I did it just to clarify.
But we will go. Okay, beige is written the same way, so Feige.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know where the hell I was going with this now.
Well, because
okay.
he outlined everything, right?
I think he saw he got these indie guys to come on, right? At first, he was going after some bigger directors.
Yeah.
Right. Kenneth Branagh, he's a big director. He's big on for Thor.
And then it was largely a snooze fest.
Yeah.
For me.
So. But yeah, so they get guys like James Gunn in there.
Yeah.
An indie guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see Guardians just like, boom.
Yeah.
Made a ton of money, critical acclaim.
Yeah, well, even the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers, they're like sitcom guys.
How I Met Your Mother.
Was it? I think, no, it was Community. Or Parks and Rec. I think it was How I Met Your Mother.
I'm almost certain it was How I Met Your Mother.
You gotta go to the phone for this one.
Sorry, guys. I was doing good. And
He's doing... No, that's fine. I think it's Parks and Rec. But yeah, no, they are comedy sitcom guys. So it was a very weird choice for Winter Soldier. And not, like Ant-Man or something.
Jeez.
With the fat thumbs, right?
No.
Autocorrect.
Russo brothers. Wikipedia. Oh, okay. Arrested Development.
Yeah.
And Community.
Community. Okay, so it was Community.
That's right.
All right.
Anyway, that was a huge surprise, but then you watch Winter Soldier, and then you're like, okay, all right.
Okay, well, these guys can do anything.
Yeah.
So give them everything.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's one of those where we need everything to be a certain way, and then with Avengers 2, I feel like they kind of went, because they got a lot of flack for it, too. Because it's not like they went, well, you know, Whedon, you're being a little bitch. They were like, whoa, it's Whedon. Why would you do that? Why would you lose? How could you lose him? Yeah. And then they started going, okay, well, like, look at all the other movies that we've been able to do, like Guardians, Winter Soldier, you know, and even Ragnarok. Like, we'll get onto those ones. But again, like we keep saying template, but there's a template in place now for all the newer movies. There
is, and like I just heard Captain Marvel's going to be an action comedy.
I know, I heard that, and I was just like, why?
It's like, oh my, really again?
Like, why does it have to be an action comedy?
Why does it got to be comedy?
You know, like I mean, if
like have some comedy, like natural comedy.
Yeah, but like her character is a military person first.
Yeah.
You know, this is like Hal Jordan. Like, you know, she's a military person first.
Mm-hmm.
So she's badass on her own.
Yeah.
And then she becomes Captain Marvel. On top of that, like I felt like if we were going to use other characters to sort of plug into these previous roles that are going to be vacated, like Captain America, for instance, Captain Marvel could have been one of those ones to fit in there, right?
Right.
Or like I was saying, like Black Panther could be the other one you could kind of fit into there. You know what I mean? We've already talked about how Spider-Man is going to be sort of kind of like the next Iron Man type character.
Absolutely.
You know?
So we're seeing the next generation.
Or even like Doctor Strange being like the Iron Man character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because he's sticking around.
I would say more so him as the Iron Man character.
And if this Fox deal goes through, then we're going to have Fantastic Four come over. You're going to have Reed Richards and everything.
That's right. You know, so you had all these. You have an opportunity to have characters sort of sub in, and then of course you have literally Winter Soldier become Captain America, so that's an option too.
That's happening.
I
can guarantee that's going to happen.
But like in the meantime, it's
and the Black Widow movie's going ahead. Finally,
after Red Sparrow. And
Marvel's making a Black Widow movie.
Michelle saw the trailer for that. She saw the trailer for that, and she literally was like, "Oh, I guess we'll never see a Black Widow movie."
Yeah, so Michelle is saying that.
You know, and I was like, "Yeah, I know," and I want to see it, but at the same time, it was just like, ugh.
It looks really good.
It does look really good.
Yeah, it's even like Black Widow, Red Sparrow.
Yeah,
it's like
she said the Red Room. We got a Red Sparrow.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. But they're ballerinas. And look, it's different.
Totally different.
Moving along.
But Phase 2, that's it. 5 movies. Nice short phase compared to the ginormous monster that Phase 3 is.
It's like the more I think about it, I'm just like, that's kind of exhausting.
It's like 12 movies, I think.
Yeah. Like, whoa.
Yeah. It's insane. In a short amount of time, too, because Avengers Age of Ultron was 2014?
Yeah.
Or was it 15?
I will tell you in just a second. It is maybe longer than a second. 2015.
It is 15. So they made 12 movies in 3 years. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, because we're looking at like 2 or 3 a year.
Well, it'll be 4 years, I guess, by 2019. But still, yeah, that's 3 a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Coming off of what they were. But hey, they're bringing in billions. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But so, yeah.
That's got to be exhausting, though.
It's got to be exhausting.
You know? Like I can kind of see how some of these actors are like, yeah, I love the money and the movies are great, but I don't want to wear the cap suit for a while.
I kind of want to see my family and maybe do this romantic comedy indie movie.
Like anything other than, you know? Yeah. But hey,
I guess there's perks that come along with it too. You know, they all go and visit kids at the hospitals and stuff dressed as heroes, and I'm sure that's got to just be a huge high.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I mean, just the fact that they do it too is just crazy.
It's
awesome.
amazing.
It's really cool.
They're actually in a way becoming superheroes in their own right.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
to these kids, and that's cool.
I mean, overall, Phase 2, largely just on the backs of 2 movies.
2 movies.
You know.
So Phase 1 is, as a whole, better than Phase 2.
Oh yeah.
Phase 2 includes a couple of the best movies in the entire Marvel.
Literally 2 of the best movies. Period.
Universe.
But it's a weak phase.
But Phase 3 is like a roller coaster. We'll talk about that soon.
It's so huge, though. Like, that's a 2-parter. It's a 2-parter because...
the good ones are good, and the bad ones are... Oof.
I'm trying to think, which ones are the bad ones?
Well, the bad ones are the disappointing ones. So, for me... Well, Doc Strange is incredibly disappointing, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not necessarily a bad movie per se, but just...
None of them are bad.
That's right, yeah.
Dark World is not a bad movie.
Especially because Rotten Tomatoes has them largely all around the 70 to 90 percentile. So
yeah. The Incredible Hulk is not a bad movie.
What was Black Panther at? Is that 101%?
It would be if it was possible. No, I think it's like 94, but I think it is the highest MCU movie. Yeah. It's The Lion King with people.
Wait, what?
You'll see what I mean.
Okay. All right.
You're going to be like, oh, that's like the Lion Oh, that's like okay.
Okay,
You'll
so
see
there
what I
would be
mean.
like Timon and Pumbaa characters and whatnot.
I guess that could be Gollum and Bilbo.
Fair enough.
Two white guys in the movie.
Fair enough.
What's
Oh,
that? What's that? The Tolkien
That's-
white guys.
Bilbo Baggins. No, yeah, he was Bilbo. That's right. He was
Yep.
Bilbo.
Yeah.
And Frodo?
No, Andy Serkis, Gollum.
Oh, Gollum. That's right. Yeah.
So,
One of the few roles where he's not playing anything other than a
that's
human.
that friggin' hilarious meme that I saw. The Tolkien white guys.
The Tolkien white guys. That's right. Yeah, that is actually funny.
But that's Phase 2, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by. Let us know below what you thought of Phase 2, what your favorite movie is. I'm probably going to be The Winter Soldier.
Always tell your
How do you
friends. too.
disagree with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't try to disagree with Winter Soldier. Try to tell me that's not one of the best movies of all time.
Say something you don't like about it, and then we'll tell you you're wrong.
We won't have any other reasons. It's just going to be you're wrong.
You're wrong.
That's
it.
that. So
Yeah, share, subscribe. We'll be back way sooner next time.
Oh yeah.
Because this is
yeah.
a busy year for superhero movies.
Oh god, yeah, man.
So we got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And this guy lives like a minute away from me now, so that's perfect.
Oh yeah. And you never know. We might actually come up with stuff like the Halloween episode where it's not even superhero related. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that will happen eventually. Again, next Halloween.
So I guess goodbye. Is that how we're gonna end it?
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Yeah, we'll go.
I also love you.